the high level agenda for today?
High level agenda for today, I would say, just depending on how many people will join and how new they are, just introductions, share a little bit about yourself.
This video is being recorded, it says.
And then as
Hello.
Should I leave?
Hello.
Yeah, you should.
Hello.
Yours is recording.
Mine is recording.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's keep it that way. Yeah. So high level agenda, I would say that introductions from people that will be joining, putting a spotlight on them, and then us sharing updates of the project. So by the sectors, I would just share an update about the first platform.
Jam's the first one.
What's up, Jam?
Hello.
Jen, what's up?
Hello.
Jam.
Hello.
Nice to see you. I'm like, Sam? Who's Sam?
Yeah, glad you can make it. He wanted FaceTime with us. He wanted to connect anyways for the program. So I was like, join the call. Thanks for joining, Jeff.
Right, because I think Nicole, you shared that Jam, your plans to go to Switzerland, it's not happening anymore, you mentioned?
Yes. I couldn't get the visa. Actually, it's a fault about my. Anyway, it's not so important, but I couldn't get the visa. So now
I'm sorry.
There's saying that you put the cards again. It's starting from the 0 point, so.
Okay.
Yeah, your cards have been shuffled, so you can play a different hand.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that this is the way it happened, and now on the positive note, you can have full capacity to participate in the agent program that we're facilitating. So that's good.
So where
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna change my screen. Yeah, right. I can change things.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What's up, Jen? We're like planning here the agenda for the call.
Yeah. Right now we're in different parts of the U.S. And I know you also wanted. So I know you wanted to be part of the agent program. So, I mean, while we have time, even right now, it'd be awesome to catch you up. If anyone else jumps on, like, we'll have to switch, but how you can get involved, how you can, like, even just trade, like, onboard communities to the platform. We have, like, a bunch of bounties. Ooh, Lila's here to do for Lila can join. Sweet. To do as trade for the program as well.
Hello, Lila.
Hello.
Hi there. I'm with family, so I'm just going to be on the phone if that's okay.
That's okay.
But yeah, excited to see you all.
Yeah, happy you're tuning in. Sending hugs to your family. I'm happy you're spending family time in Brazil. Jen joined another person.
Hey, Nicole, I just made a collective update agenda card. If you have any points you want to add, it's on the Leads to Organize weekly deliverables board.
Okay.
If you want to add anything.
Hello, Eddie.
I'm adding the main points, which is Honduras.
Hi, Raina. Hello, Eddie. Nice to see you here. Hello, Hira.
Hello, Raina. Hey.
And faces that we. Hi.
Hello. Hey, what's up, Eddie? Good to see you, man.
Thank you.
Yes. Hi, and hi, Raina. Nice to meet you. How do you pronounce your name?
Hi, Raina. Yeah, you guys got it right.
Raina. Okay, cool. Hey.
Hello.
Hey, yeah, and hi, Hira. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you.
Okay, you guys, happy you joined. We were just chatting a little bit and in like a loose way. We're seeing some familiar faces in here, some new faces. Maybe let's kick off with a round of introductions so we can get to know each other a little bit better. I can start. My name is Sonia. I'm working on a project called Regen Tribe, and I'm focusing on collective growth and project management. These are like two main things that I'm doing. Currently, really excited about the agent program that's coming soon on the 9th of January. Really happy to share a little bit more about that and the process to get involved with all of you. And yeah, I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling really happy and really content that we're having the calls monthly to get to know the collective and share a little bit more about what we're up to. And I'm going to pass it on to Raina.
Hello.
Hi.
I look like I'm frozen. I am here totally just to learn. I have a friend who told me about Regen Tribe Rabbit. I don't know if he's on here. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. And so anyway,
the energy is so good. I love it.
He's such a cool guy. Yeah, we met like out hiking in Arizona. So I'm in Minneapolis from Alaska, and I'm definitely just interested to see like what this is all about. It seems like really, really cool. So thanks for having me.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
welcome.
Maybe you can pass it to another person for them to share a little bit about themselves.
Yeah, I'll pass it to Eddie. Eddie.
Thanks, Anna. I'm in London right now, but I was just in the Sahara Desert about 3 days ago, having an exciting time out there. And hello to Nicole, the Regen Tribe, who I met, what was it, 3 or 4 months ago now in Berlin, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, over the summer.
But yeah, I'm now about to explore a worldwide tour of eco villages and regenerative communities, and I'm building a documentary team. People who are have lived in some of the most famous eco villages around the world. They want to come on a tour with me. Sweet. So it's kind of like this thing snowballing into this big thing. So that's why I'm here. I want to help. I want to not just extract the documentary from the villages and the regen communities. I want to provide something along with it. And I think that this course, this community will help.
Nice.
Okay, very good.
Thank you, Eddie.
And I'm going to hand on to Layla.
Hey everyone, I'm Lila. I'm sorry for being off camera today. I'm not home. I've been supporting Regen Tribe with little bits here and there, but especially with the new agent program, which I'm really excited about as well. I think there's so much potential there, and I'm just excited to work with you all and build out more in 2024. So thank you so much for joining. Let me see who's on my screen. Nicole, I'm going to pitch over to you just because you're on my screen.
Yayo. Hey everybody, I am Nicole. I'm currently in DC, but going back to Mexico shortly, where we somewhat have our Regen Tribe headquarters. Super excited to see new faces and familiar faces. We've been having monthly collective calls because, as some of you may know, we are an open collective. We want to collaborate with everybody who has projects to build regenerative neighborhoods, which are self-sustaining communities. Like Eddie and like some other people on this call, it's like, my passion and dream to build as many of these spaces as possible. And I've visited and lived in several communities, and looking really excited for this year and everything to come as we continue to build and design and empower existing and emerging communities. So I will pass it to Jem.
maybe a quick update for people that joined us. In the meantime, we're just kicking off with a round of introductions so we can get to know each other better. The intention of that call is just that, to meet the collective and share updates from the project and ways you can get involved. So some of us already introduced ourselves. Nicole is just passing it to Jem.
Hello everyone, it's Jem. I'm joining from Turkey, from Bursa right now, and I'm trying to start a community project in the earthquake region in Hatay. So we met with the Regen Tribe team in Istanbul. So I just want to join to know more about the agent program and maybe more opportunities about the collaborations. And yeah, happy to see you all. And I want to pass to Hira.
Hello guys, my name is Hira and I'm from Pakistan. So I'm just new to the world of regeneration and I'm just learning about it. I know Regen Tribe through a friend, so I wanted to join this call and know more about it and know more about the people. And I'm very excited to listen to you guys. So I'm just here to learn. Yeah, thank you so much, and I will pass it to who else? Who's left? I think.
We still have.
Put your hand up if you haven't gone.
Jamie, we still have Oscar.
Raise your hand if you have not
Rabbit.
gone.
Yeah, Rabbit. Yeah,
Raise
it's
your
your turn.
There you go.
Hey, I'm Rabbit. I really enjoy the Regen Tribe movement because I think it's important to cultivate this network between communities and people who want to be plugged in. One of the reasons that I'm passionate about it is because here in America, a lot of people don't even know that this movement is happening, and they don't know that there are opportunities and that there are resources and abilities to get out of their current way of living. And it's really important that we all work towards manifesting this. And I'm working towards getting my own property in the next couple of years, doing everything I can to raise up funding towards that. It'll be a good hub for like regenerative practices. And really, I want to help people be whole people, like mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, like promote wellness, because a lot of that knowledge is difficult for our people to get nowadays. So those are the things that I'm passionate about. And in the meantime, I'm kind of connected with some communities in this part of the country, and I look forward to the Regen, the program, the ambassador or the agent program, so I can have full like confidence and knowledge in what I'm doing, so I can thoroughly onboard and share this mission and this network, because it's really what the people need, I think.
And for everybody else who doesn't know where you are right now, do you want to share again where you are? Because also our aim is to connect people in real life.
I'm in Colorado right now. I'm in Georgetown, Colorado, up in the Rocky Mountains.
Nice.
And who do you want to pass it to?
Oh, I guess who still needs to. Okay, we'll go to Oscar with the hand.
Okay, what's up, you guys? Happy Thursday. Thank you all for joining and being here. It's awesome to see people in different parts of the world, all passionate and contributing to this movement in different ways. I'm Oscar, and I am a part of the Regen Tribe Collective, really working on the project on different angles on how to get the message out that this thing, regenerative neighborhoods, are such a powerful solution, and that many people are involved, and obviously working on the Tribes platform, a digital place that holds all of these things. Like when I close my eyes and think the biggest thought, it's like the Google of regenerative neighborhoods, the LinkedIn of regenerative neighborhoods, all of that somehow bundled into one thing. To connect us digitally and facilitate the building of physical locations. Yeah, excited to share some updates with you guys. we've been moving around, working as much as we can, getting a lot of things together, and really excited to share updates and get everyone involved in their magic in some way and somehow.
Where are you located?
I'm in Miami, Florida right now, visiting my mom and spending some time here.
Sending love to the moms.
Yeah, mom love. I pass it to my good friend, James Elias.
I can talk. Yay. I figured out how to put my hand up in the meeting. I was freaking out. I'm like, what is these buttons? Man, I'm in Miami, Florida too. So I guess I'm going to get to see you in real life soon.
Yes.
Excited. So my take on this is I've been interested in this since I was 20 years old. I'm going on 40 now. If Oscar is looking at this in like the sense of Google, I'm looking at it in the sense of Disney World. I want this to be something that inspires people and gets them excited about it. And my sort of niche in this is figuring out the best applications for technology to make sustainability accessible to everybody. Been working on a lot of AI integrations, planning, site development. I actually have ChatGPT creating sites, coming up with calorie intake needs per square foot, the best macro development for total nutrition. Super cool what we can get done. So I really am looking forward to educating people on how to utilize technology for the sustainable communities.
Thanks. Welcome, Jim. Okay, has everyone said hello? I think yes. Okay, cool. So welcome all. What would you like to start sharing?
I think just responding to what James is sharing, what comes up to my mind is one of the most recent plans that we made as a collective is visiting and co-creating a residency in Roatan, Honduras. It's a pop-up city initiative. That's going to be a 2-month experience focused on longevity and a base for creating a permanent location in that space. So thinking about your offering, James, I think that would be really interesting for that crowd. This type of tech is definitely something that we're going to be discussing there and trying out. There's a lot of interesting people there that are working on similar initiatives. So maybe this is something that could be interesting for you, maybe joining in person or maybe just tracking the journey as we're going to be sharing it and sharing your offerings here and there and seeing where there's alignment with the people. I think physical health and community spaces is a big topic, and so using tech to make it more efficient is definitely interesting for us and a lot of people. So really happy to be on that journey, and just sharing. Since this is a very prevalent topic on our mind, we're going to be going to Honduras in a week or so, a little bit over a week. And we're going to spend 2 months there supporting the creation of that pop-up city. We're going to be hosting workshops. It's going to be integrated with the agent training program. So we're going to be consulting Vitalia on site and sharing that journey as we're sharing the online course. So that's really exciting.
Yeah. So this was like a mix of all the exciting things that are happening all at once.
Yeah,
right.
You want to synthesize that and break it down.
It's going to be exciting, right? With the agent program coming to share what the journey is like to meet a project that's making a plan to create their regenerative neighborhood. We will be sharing this journey live over the next 2 months as we are doing it with this project in Honduras. And as we're going through the coursework, we'll be going through kind of like a real life scenario, sharing that. So you guys will get that experience as well while we're doing the calls. And it's on our end exciting to see another pilot of a regenerative neighborhood coming up. This is what it really takes for people to see, right, putting it just very generally, the product, which is a regenerative neighborhood, seeing this thing do its magic. Both for the environment and both for the humans that live there.
Right.
So, yeah, that's exciting.
Right. So I think it's appropriate to mention that one of the sectors of our project is an agency. So we consult projects one-on-one, and this is really our research base, and the pain points and different ways of creating regenerative neighborhood that work. And so along the journey, we recognize that there's a really high failure rate in regenerative neighborhoods, regenerative communities, unfortunately. And so we've been on a journey to extract the best practices and then share them in a decentralized way, and also in a one-to-one support for projects. So our work with Vitalia is that we work as an agency, as consultants that get to know the project and connect them with the right service providers and the right practices for their custom case. So it's really exciting and a great base for us to share this knowledge with possibly some of you that want to create a career in a regenerative space, which I believe quite a few of you are interested in joining the agent program. And so this is us introducing you to the learnings that we've collected so far, and equipping you with the knowledge and skills to embark on your own journey as a consultant in the future.
Yeah, I would love to ask anyone in here that is excited about this program to participate, or to just like understand the content well from it. What would be some things for you, right? Like you mentioned, who's saying Rabbit, to feel confident to approach a project and have an engagement where you can bring a lot of value for their journey, right? What are some things that would make you guys feel that confidence? I'd like to take those notes while you're here sharing that, to make sure we're kind of integrating things like this into the steps of this journey. If anyone throughout the call, if you think of something like, I'm curious how this works specifically, that would help me feel more confident in the topic, or whatever, like Rabbit, I'm sure you could share something really valuable here. Is like, I see you very much on this track. Same with you, John, learning about projects, going and visiting them. Yeah,
like for example, Eddie, when you visit projects, being able to bring them value, or James, approaching a project with technology and understanding the context under which they would want to use it, or Jem as like a community creator. I know you wanted to take the ED but couldn't, and now you want to be able to still understand the full process of how to create these communities from step 0 to step 10, And so I think just to translate that question a little bit, like what would make you feel confident in approaching projects, and what is, I guess, the mystery to you the most when you think about creating these communities?
For me personally, what I look forward to learning most is just a thorough walkthrough kind of all the things that are being offered. You know what I mean? Like I understand a general concept, and I can speak to people, on kind of a surface level, but like just to take the time to go over like all the different resources that are being offered through this network, and essentially like a good example of like an onboarding process, which I've had a couple now through reading through the alchemy guide a little bit, but basically that's the biggest thing. I just want to be able to feel like I have a thorough and complete understanding of what I can offer, that you guys are offering, that we're offering collectively. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool.
The biggest thing is going to be getting them to come onto the platform and meeting with other people, and seeing the resources there. I just that's pretty much my biggest thing.
Cool. Yeah, I'm happy you bring that up. So the guide that Rabbit was referring to is this. I'm sharing it on the screen, and I've shared with you guys a commenter link in the chat here for the alchemy guide, which is our synthesis of a lot of the content that we have found out there, and from engaging with projects and observing the important kind of like process of creating a community, we've broken it down into these 10 steps that you can see here. Let me shrink it down a little bit. Okay, so these are the 10 steps of how we have encapsulated key responsibilities, tasks, and roles that need to be figured out, or at the very least planned out throughout the process of creating a regenerative neighborhood. Each one of these sections is collapsible, so you can like open, and it opens up to questions that help guide someone starting their own community, right? This guide was originally and is created for people creating a regenerative neighborhood. And so our journey with the agent program will be to go through this guide and understand the process of asking the questions, right? It's not so much, I'm going to know everything after this. It's more, I'm going to know what the important questions are to ask. And throughout this guide, we point to different resources, different books, different guides, different projects with different documentation for the specialty in permaculture, for example, or in legal situations, or in marketing even. So this is kind of what this guide that Rabbit was referencing, and the link is there, right? It has exercises that people can do to be guided through their process of, the most important thing is how to create the culture of your community, how to identify it properly. So guides like this that walk you through the exercises that help you do that. Yeah, and so that's kind of what you can start looking at there. So good feedback, Rabbit. Cool, yeah.
And this is the base of the agent program. The community alchemy guide is a crowdsourced and open source playbook, so anybody can contribute as well as use it for their own need. I think just to bottle it up for people that maybe didn't know what Regen Tribe is working on and what Regen Tribe is about. We mentioned that we consult projects one-on-one, which is the agency, and really the base of our process is rooted in this 10-step guide that Oscar just showed, which brings us to another component of the project, another sector, the education. We're sharing as much as possible open source with all of you, so you can take this toolkit, this knowledge, and these learnings, and go on your own journey. So we're trying to make it as decentralized as possible. And a reflection of that is the agent program that we're going to be sharing a little bit more about. A platform for all of these offerings, as well as the social component, is the Tribes platform. I'm pretty sure most of you already have a profile in there.
Yeah, let's ask. Why don't you ask? Who has a profile?
Who has a profile on the Tribes platform? Okay, Nicole, Jacob.
Oh, Jacob,
Rabbit.
we would love for you to do an intro. Jacob, everyone did a little intro when they arrived.
And Vivi joined in the meantime.
Oh, okay. I'm sharing my screen, so I can't see.
Okay.
We would love to get an intro from you guys.
Yeah, Jacob, would you like to share a little bit about yourself? We were having a round of intros where we share our name, location, and what we're passionate about, what brings us here.
Sure. Yeah, so Jacob Foster, the Ozarks bioregion of Turtle Island, and I'm passionate about a lot of the same things, the regenerative neighborhood building. So I come from the tech world, spent a decade in software, so a lot of my solutions are trying to like rebalance our relationship with technology. working on the open source, the software side of things, and experimenting with solar punk architecture, and synthesizing all of that with all the work you guys are doing to build a network of neighborhoods. Yeah, I think that's a good summary.
Thank you, Jacob. Vivi, would you like to share a little bit about yourself? Where are you right now? What brings you here?
Sure. Hi, guys. Good to see you. I am right now in Chile. I worked my way up from the south to now the central region, exploring different regenerative projects because I'm personally interested, or some of the things that I'm interested in is learning more community skills like permaculture and bioconstruction. So the project I'm in right now is bioconstruction. We're building the bathroom right now, and I met the core tribe, so Sonia, Nicole, and Oscar in Berlin when I was looking for exactly this community. And yeah, that's the path that I've been on so far, supporting online also and kind of sharing the journey here.
Yeah, we met at the same time as we met Eddie in Berlin in a community space at a Regents Unite event. A lot of great connections. Vivi has been amazing, doing a lot of community management on the Tribes platform, and also really piloting the Biozone Ambassador journey as you're traveling through Chile and onboarding new regenerative neighborhoods. Really cool, really exciting. Vivi will be joining the Asian program and joining us in Mexico possibly in April. So that's really cool. Thank you so much for joining, Vivi.
Yeah, Jacob and Vivi are really great examples of kind of the nomadic part of the collective, I feel, and that, we want to have a worldwide network of people working on this and working on different projects. And Jacob's also helped with MycoNet initiative. So like Sonia was sharing, for people who are just getting to know Regen Tribe, it's quite complex because we work on many things, and sometimes even for us, we notice like when people are trying to understand what we do, it's a lot of information fatigue. So we try to make it so simple. Education, agency, and the Tribes platform, but there are so many ways to get involved, and so that's kind of the nature of this call, so that people can understand the complexity as well as learn, where can I plug in, how does what I'm working on fit? Because I assure you it definitely does. Like, even if you're interested in, solar punk architecture or making documentaries about eco villages, like it all fits into the ecosystem that we're building that allows and empowers the creation of these spaces. So hope everybody's kind of tracking what's been shared so far. I just want to make it, engaging. And does anybody have any questions at this stage of the call before we try to throw anything new at you?
Yeah, you can see Eddie and Lila raising their hand, Jacob as well. I don't know if that was still from
whether we had they had a Tribes profile or not, but it looks like James just put up his hand. James, do you have a question?
Yeah. So with these calls, this is a tech question. I know that we're recording them. Is it possible that we get the transcripts of the calls after the fact?
We can do that for you.
Yeah.
Okay. That would be great, because while you guys have been talking, I uploaded your alchemy book to my GPT assistant and had it skim through your website. And then I asked it the questions that you were probing with the group, and I got some interesting answers. But after taking this call and uploading it too, it's going to give it a better framework to understand. And we'll always have like a Regen Tribe assistant who's ready to answer with your entire database of knowledge. So that's pretty.
Yes.
Yeah, very cool. Right. It's awesome to see tech being integrated into, what I feel traditionally is a little bit of like a tech averse demographic. We have identified these kinds of projects, eco-villages as they are traditionally known, or regenerative neighborhoods, more the term we're using. Just lost my train of thought. Wow.
Yeah, I think what we're sharing is that most of these places, or maybe that's
tech-averse, right?
Yeah, this
it's frustrating.
This mindset of, oh, we're escaping the reality that we don't align with, therefore we demonize the beauty that comes with it, and technology is a big part of it. So a big focus of our project is building the bridge between the two worlds, and really merging all of these offerings. And technology is a big one, and so we're trying to integrate it as much as possible. Some of you are contributing to that, and like Jacob and James, thank you so much for doing that. That's so awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
yeah, definitely. You're gonna get the transcript. We're recording that. I'm gonna be posting the calls on our YouTube. I can share the transcript from the call with you.
Vivi.
Yeah, I just would like to add to that that's so cool, and it's so important, because as I've been mostly going to projects that are not on any other platform yet, like GaiaNet or Regen Tribe, they're like super small projects. I find them on Workaway, and there I learned that just what you guys said is a really big thing, and I already encountered how it could be improved if we were to do what you just shared, though. So it's just awesome to see that and being like, yes, there's a need, and yes, there's someone who's doing that. So that.
Yeah, 100%. Eddie?
So yeah, really quickly, I'm reading a book called Eco Villages, which is really important because that's one of the standard tomes like 10 years ago. And the first reference in the book was to a guy called Jonathan Dawson, who 2 weeks ago I interviewed without knowing he was so important into the world of eco villages. He was president of the Global Eco Village Network for 10 years. And he now is, that day he showed me around his current eco village. And there's so many more contacts he can now give to this network. I don't even know where to begin. There were so many questions that I can now go, oh, you were that guy, but I didn't know he was that guy. And so tell me which questions you want me to ask him, and I'll ask him that through this medium.
Okay, very cool. Well, what's his name? Can you type his name in the comments here? Cool.
Yeah, I think that would be super cool. Definitely would be interested in fostering that discussion on the Tribes platform, so it's accessible to more people. I think, the big beauty that comes with using technology is that we can share it with more people, right? Like in a lot of projects that we interacted with and worked with, they have so many resources that they collected on their own, and if they only were to share them with others and make that thread, it would make the journey of other vision holders way easier. And so I think building that connection is really important, and infrastructure for that, and in our case is the Tribes platform. So yeah, super cool. Thank you, Eddie, for sharing that. We're going to prepare a couple of questions. I invite you guys to come up with questions that are interesting to you, and we can foster that conversation on the Tribes platform.
Yes, definitely. And I would like to welcome our newest members, Hira and Reina. Thank you guys for making a profile. We invite you to update your bios, update a photo when you get a chance. This way everyone gets to know you. And so part of our journey with this platform, the Tribes platform, is to make it a more guided experience. We have a new developer that we're working with in the last couple of weeks. He's going to be upgrading the onboarding process. When a project onboards itself to the platform, it's a little bit bulky right now. It's not such a smooth process. This new developer is going to add a much smoother flow, like a more enjoyable form model.
Do you want to briefly share about the main features of the
Tribes
platform?
Yeah, so Tribes platform, welcome you guys. Thank you for creating profiles. This is your feed when you land on the homepage. This is a list of everything happening on the platform. Every single thing that anyone posts or joins a group or updates their profile or posts an event, joins a group, you know, everything is in here. Every single feature, every single thing that's happening on the platform. We are going to be adding a much better filter system up here. So you'll be able to filter by the news that's interesting to you. Right now, all of that news lives in separate groups. One thing that you can look at is neighborhoods, right? This is what we're here for, regenerative neighborhoods. This is a map. It's nice to see so many more dots on the map than when we started.
And people uploading their projects themselves, finding us online and sharing their regenerative neighborhoods. It's really exciting.
Yeah, it's very cool. So you can see profile pages of projects around the world. Another thing you can see is our main tool, right? Our main tool is the Catalyzer program. So here are bios of projects. And we'll be upgrading this filter system as well. So you can filter projects by things of interest. We've gotten more feedback from people as what they would like to see filters on. And so we're going to be working on that. So the other thing you can do on this platform, right, is find projects and also enter a world of content and questions and people that are working on building their projects and are looking for the tools, the content, the resources to do it. And so you can navigate that information in 3 ways. By topic, which is what the Hive is. This is where if you're looking for information on permaculture, you go to permaculture. If you're looking for information on any of the important, this wheel of society, right? All the moving pieces that help us exist, both with infrastructure. So there's like architecture, building, and everything about the land and the systems, and the human piece, right? How do we make agreements together, educate ourselves, stay healthy, right? Jimmy, your piece is here. Spiritual development and all the good stuff. And then the glue between those 2 pieces, right? So this is one way you can navigate the information. Another way is we've been working on digitizing the Alchemy Guide into more engageable groups. So for each one of the sections in the Alchemy Guide, where you ask the proper questions to make the best plan you can for your neighborhood, we have created a group for each one of those sections, right? And so this tool that the Tribe platform is really like a digital think tank, incubator. It's an accelerator is the word we're using.
Right. These are like conversation spaces, just as if we were in real life, sitting together. This is a digital version of that is way more scalable and accessible to different people in different places in the world. So it's essentially an open source library of resources categorized by different areas. So there's a lot of information, right? What Oscar mentioned, the wheel of society. It's really any topic that you can think of ever, and so it's a lot of information, and we're doing our best to categorize it in a way that it's again accessible to a lot of people. Really open for feedback on that, and really encouraging all of you guys to pop in there. As you're doing your own personal research on regenerative neighborhoods, if you encounter any resource that seems interesting to you and valuable to share with others, pop in there, paste a link, upload it, and let's weave these connections in between these places.
And so this brings us to as bounties for some of these things, right? Like sharing a great resource onto the platform. We are setting bounties of hugs, right? Hugs being this reward system, point system that we're working on to reward engagement and involvement in the movement by sharing things like the agent program, right? A lot of you guys have already been, once you upload your full profile on Tribes, you get 10 hugs, I believe. For a lot of the different, let's show the, where are we listing the bounties? Yeah, right.
Yeah, we're listing them in our internal group. So just to give you again a high level idea of the Tribes platform, it's a place for conversations, sharing resources about regenerative neighborhood creation, as well as a listing site for regenerative neighborhoods globally. That we share really specific information about. There's around 60-70 questions that we ask neighborhoods to give you a really good idea of what they're about, since there's a really wide range of different projects around the world. And you can also find regenerative organizations. One of them is our project. We're also listing many others that are doing an amazing job in the regenerative space. And you can post and view regenerative events. So this is what the Tribes platform offers you. So we're really making it a central place for conversations about regenerative neighborhoods.
As well, if any of you have organizations that you are really fond of and really connect with their mission and what they're doing in this niche, of creating new earths, designing new forms of society, regenerative neighborhoods, eco-villages, right? People offering services and any kind of support to this space, please share it with us, you guys. Right now, we are manually onboarding the projects that we feel really align with the mission until we create kind of a more open category for people to self-upload. So for now, if you have any suggestions, please do. Like, for example, some of the projects on here, GaiaNet is a networking community of new earth creators, people with different skills that are working together to help find and connect with more kind of physical community projects. They're starting a network state. So a digital community that has almost like authority as a kind of country at some point. You could look at it. Really interesting topics. New Earth Development is a funding and marketing project. A friend of ours from Tulum, Mexico. She is working with some projects in, I think, Costa Rica. I think that's the country. Has an awesome guide. Like, she is one of the alchemists that we call, right? Specialists in one of the topics of creating a regenerative neighborhood.
Right. So there's a lot of really interesting organizations that are doing an amazing job. And again, the purpose of the Tribes platform is to make it a central place for these conversations so that you guys can view them and maybe get involved in one of the organizations, or maybe being a vision holder, you will reach out to Kelly, that is a founder of the New Earth Development, and ask her for support with setting up a financial and legal structure for your community. So yeah, really trying to bring all the pieces that are floating around that we encounter in one place, so that we can create a more efficient network and give more guidance to people that are creating these spaces.
Yeah, and as we bring this up, I think it's important to share and the kind of, let's say, the model of how Regen Tribe as a collective and us as individuals support projects in succeeding, right? Through this guide and through the best practices that we've observed and logged from projects we've visited and been in touch with and gotten information from online, we guide people building their projects just to think about these topics and ask themselves these questions, right? These are the questions that are in the alchemy guide. And then when they realize they need something, through this network that we're growing, we help match them with specialists in those topics, right? So our goal, our specialty, let's call it, is that we understand the process from pre-start to post-finish. And that we can connect you with specialists in each one of those things, right? Like New Earth Development would be the one that we would suggest in the steps of, let me share this tab real quick, right? These are the 10 sections of the guide, of the alchemy guide. Step 6 is strategize your marketing and funding. She would be one of the orgs that we offer to support with one of these client projects. And so that's kind of how we operate as an agency. I think sometimes there's a fear of like, oh my God, there's so many things to know. How can I know all of those things? Our role is to know all of the things, but not deeply, just enough to get them to the right person that they need. And what we observe is sometimes people lean more towards one thing or another thing. And we're starting to plan and ideate specialty tracks through the program, or at the very least, connection to someone who's specializing in that you could also be more engaged with, supporting in projects.
Jenny, would you like to share something? I would love to hear a lot of words from our side. I would love to make space now for any of you that would like to ask something or share something, beginning with you, Jimmy.
Thank you. Oscar, like listening to everything that you just went over, and as passionate as everybody on this call is, you're right. It's so overwhelming. There's so much, and there's so much information. That looking at the amount of work you guys have done and put together with the community so far, it's mind blowing. But visually, I had an idea for you to make like a visual timeline on your site, and to decide where you personally are on that timeline, right? Like beginning noob has no idea what a regenerative community is, or actively working on a community, or like where does your identity fit on this timeline, just as like an intro to the Regen Tribe site, so that as we attract more people, they're able to find themselves into a little pocket and not get overexposed, I guess, to the depths of the information.
Okay, so like the user journey for someone exploring the content, where they are, and then kind of be intro to that first. That's really cool. That's really,
you know what I'm saying? So that way they don't feel like they're not good enough because they don't already understand all of the
right.
But sorry.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, you know, and so this is a live experiment, you guys. Like all of you are technically beta users, right? This platform is in its infancy. The way that we are, this is an upgrade for us from our Discord, one step before this, and then our Google Docs and a group chat, one step before that, you know? So you guys are like part of this live evolution, and feedback like this, Jimmy, is really, really great, man. To help, right? It's the goal of a good technology is that you're in, you get what you need, and you're out. You're not overwhelmed, and you're not trapped in this thing. And so this is really what we're working to create, hoping to create. You know, Jacob, we're grateful for as a really tech-minded person, specialist in that space that we're really starting to work with to pick his brain and get involved with a lot of the moving technical pieces. So yeah, thanks, Jim. That's really good feedback. And this is always open to everybody, guys. Anything that you could be like, hey, this doesn't feel clear, I could use like a one-pager that explains that. Or hey, this is missing on the website for me to really be able to understand. All in evolution at the moment, right? We've recently redone our website thanks to a beautiful design by Nicole. I was sharing it a little while ago on the thing. So yeah, please, everyone, anything that you have to share as a reflection, your eyeballs and perspectives are the most valuable in this. On how, right, you could tell it to your friend who has no idea about this space and get him on the next call, for example, right? Or into the, oh, wow, that agent program thing sounds cool. Oh, and I just have to do these 5 or 10 things online and I get to do the course for free. That's what I'm talking about, right? So.
Which brings us to the agent program. I would really like to share a little bit about that initiative, since it's kicking off on the 9th of January. And just ways how to get involved in that, and for the ones of you that would like to energy exchange, what are the ways to do that? Before we dive into that, anybody has any questions, something that they would like to share? Okay, we're diving in. Okay, so the agent program is an initiative that we've been thinking of for a long time as we're going through the process of consulting regenerative neighborhoods. We recognize that there's a need to have more of these people that are willing to support vision holders on their journey. And what Oscar shared, it's not about knowing each of the topics in depth, it's about having a high level idea of the holistic process of regenerative neighborhood creation and being able to guide vision holders through that. So the first step to get involved is the online course that Laila has been designing with us. Really grateful for you, Laila. And it's going to be a 2-month course with 2 classes every week, where we will be introducing you to the steps of community creation based on the alchemy guide, as well as share with you a workbook that we've been designing. We're designing different exercises and role plays that will be really valuable on your journey. So this is the first step of how to become an end-to-end consultant for regenerative neighborhoods. In no way will it be sufficient for you to individually support neighborhoods. We're going to have an on-site training as well. So this is the first step. I know some of you expressed their interest in joining. Anything that you want to share about the program?
Yeah, I think right, taking a step back and looking at the big picture, we observe that there are many people pioneering the space of regenerative neighborhoods, buying land, creating the initial structures, and wanting to grow their community to be a robust, resilient, regenerative neighborhood, and many of these people they need more humans that are not just there to consume an experience, but are there to co-create, right? Authentic community humans. And there are many people that we meet that are this, and because they've lived a life in a city, or they have been in a different world altogether than what, this new earth model of living is, they feel inadequate to get involved sometimes. So the goal is to empower individuals that have their magic to see how easy it is to integrate it into different aspects or different projects, right? Like Viv, what are some things that you've done at like the project that you were at recently? She's in South America.
Sorry, did you just say my name?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. I feel like this hoodie makes me. I was like, South America. I think you meant me. Yes.
Yeah, Lynn is in South America exploring projects and getting involved in different ways. Like, what are some clear things that you see they could really use help with sometimes, or that you have even been involved with?
Okay, so I would say there's 2 aspects. One, doing work on site that has to do with construction or food production, or it could be whatever infrastructure type of thing. Mm-hmm. And then actually that also belongs to the infrastructure. Like I've been in 4 projects so far, and I've been trying to get a lot of work done from my computer anyway, and I've encountered some difficulties because my phone is giving me a hard time anyways. Mm-hmm. Because I don't want to say I'm tech adverse, I try not to be, but it's giving me such a hard time sometimes. Anyhow, everything goes over my phone because they don't have Wi-Fi.
Wow.
And that is none of them, 4 projects, and none of them had Wi-Fi. And if you're reliant on cell service, that's just not ideal when you work from your laptop. Right. So that's one very big thing that I think just what you brought up, that there's a way to integrate technology into the community so that we use it. And literally I got this from you guys, so that we can use technology instead of technology is using us, which I think is a lot of mindset is the mindset that a lot of these people who start like small scale projects have.
Yeah.
And then there's just a lot of times or let's take this project where I'm at right now. It's basically it's a family project. A couple of siblings bought some land because they want to protect and regenerate the forest, and they have what they have as their resources is just the money that they bring to the table, and one of the siblings is basically running the whole site and is getting volunteers in to help out, which is free labor, but you have to teach them, so obviously everything moves really slow. And so it's great for these projects to be able to connect more with people who already have the skills that they need at the moment. So yeah, that's a really big thing that I've been trying to communicate with the projects that I've been at, so that's like something where they benefit when we all share what we have to share. Sometimes, and this is maybe not an issue that the communities encounter, but that I encounter as a Biozone ambassador, is that because of that, the people usually are so busy. Like, of course, like it's really, really nice, but you guys are also constantly working and they love what they do, but they're just so busy that sometimes when they're not as techie, I want to say, they see having to integrate that somehow already as they just feel like they don't have the time.
Yeah, it's overwhelming.
Yeah,
it's
right.
And so yeah, bridging that somehow, I think, are the main.
Yeah, Vivi, that is like what Jimmy, you go ahead. Vivi, I have a point to follow up with that.
Jimmy, did you want to share something? Maybe that was relevant.
Sorry, my mic was muted. My physical mic was muted. Yeah, so I just put in the group chat in the call a link to Starlink.com. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Starlink, but this is the satellite internet company that's available around the world right now, provided by Elon Musk. I have one. I take it with me wherever I go just in case the internet goes down. I can plug it into any outlet, point it at the sky, and my entire field will have Wi-Fi access. Doesn't take any tech knowledge to work. It has an app on your phone. It's super simple and it's very affordable. And we're talking about it's a constellation of satellites that surrounds the globe. I believe it's available everywhere now, minus the North Pole and Antarctica.
Cool. Thank you, Jimmy. You're saying fire tools.
Yeah. This is actually in the last year, it became available in like the Tulum area. So a lot of the projects that before were kind of like not really an option to like spend time at or really get so involved with due to like lack of connectivity, which is an essential tool for us right now. Everyone is now on the grid in that way with access to technology and solutions. And so that's super empowering. And like, I want to follow up to Vivi's point that this thing you're observing, that they are so busy doing the thing, they have no time to plan sometimes. And so this is exactly the reason that this concept of the agent program was birthed. There's a lot of information here that they could really make use of to succeed better, faster, easier. And they're here so busy building every day, constructing, following up with people and orders, they don't have the time to access this. So the agent program is this bridge between this content and the knowledge that's in their head of what they want to do. Vivi, a lot of the time, the process is literally going to be just shadowing the people and asking them questions as like things happen, and plugging that into their profiles. I'm excited to share with you guys the content and
I would
stuff.
like to be respectful of your time.
It's 1
the
hour,
call,
yeah.
The call was assumed to be 1 hour. We're
We
more
can
than
stay
happy,
like 20 more minutes.
to stay and share thoughts, but just to give you a really concise idea of what the agent program is about for the ones of you that want to jump off. All of the information and all of the updates will be shared on that group. I shared the link in our chat here. So make sure to eye yourself there if you're interested in becoming a regenerative neighborhood agent. And so for the ones of you, which quite a lot of people that express the will want to use the energy exchange strategy to join the course. Here I posted a link to a discussion where you can see the latest bounties. Oscar mentioned briefly before that we have a hack system, which is a point system that hacks you can earn by doing activities that are listed within the collective, and then use the hacks that you earned to get a discount or get an access to an offering within the Regen Tribe ecosystem. And so we have a bunch of bounties listed in there. If you would like to have a discount on the course that's happening in January, or fully energy exchange that is very much available to you. You have a guide on how to contribute. The big focus right now is promoting the agent program so we can get to more people. And so sharing the promo post on your stories, or sharing a participation post on your personal Instagram, as well as sharing your motive on why you want to join the agent program. And we're going to be sharing that on our Regen Tribe Instagram. We'll get you hacks. And apart from that, there's a bunch of other activities that might be a little bit more custom to your journey that can get you hacks, and therefore you can use them within our ecosystem, and the agent program is one of the offerings. So really briefly, quite a bit of information, but if you want to know more, make sure to join the agent program group on the Tribe's platform and add more questions if you need to clarify something. And now it's time as well. If you guys want to share something or ask about something, feel free when it comes to the agent program.
Or to Regen Tribe, anything you guys would like to share? Maybe your journey into a community or anything. Any questions you might have?
I can see Rabbit raising his hand. Eddie.
I was just wondering, how will we access this program when it starts in a couple weeks?
That's a good question. So tomorrow we're going to be sending packets to all of you that will be participating in the course, with an onboarding to the community alchemy guide that Oscar shared before.
Where's the sign up for?
A workbook and a full schedule of with links to the calls that will be happening. So that's going to be shared. Like you, Rabbit, we have your email logged in our database because you filled in the form. So you're going to receive that the agent program welcome packet with all of the information inside. Eddie?
Cool. Yeah. So co-creation is really important to me. How much of the sort of workshops, facilitations, do you think we might be able to get done throughout the program?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Well, so for these set of calls, we're going to be doing 12 calls. One call for each of the sections. So the call's 2 hours, right? It's going to be essentially an introduction and a back and forth to deeply understand the questions that are being asked and how to find the attached resources to help guide these vision holders through those questions. right? This first agent program, as it's right again, how many hours is it, Lila? So 12 calls.
Lila left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 12 calls.
2 hours
each.
apiece.
Yeah,
It's 24-hour course. Yeah, right. So that'll be kind of the depth of it. We will be having follow-up courses. For example, in April, for 30 days, we'll be doing a live-in community creation village mastermind. Nicole's been spearheading this. If you want to share anything about that, Faye? The village mastermind.
A little bit about it. I mean, this is more focused on like very deeply helping people who have visions for a project, whether it's a project they have, you know, already they have some land or they have an idea or they have a community, but they're struggling to get people or share about their project properly. It's meant to be kind of an evolution of, you know, an on-site opportunity for agents as well, to learn how to both consult other people and eventually, like Rabbit shares that he wants to be able to help other projects succeed and eventually build his own. And so this is true for many people and sort of reflects our approach to regenerative neighborhoods. We have been offered to develop land with different communities. They're like, here, take land, build here. We just want community members. Like, we'll trade you. And it's sort of been our process rather than say, we're going to buy land and squat here and focus only on this land project. We see the potential of regenerative neighborhoods and their impact for sustainability, for human well-being. And so we're trying to create as many of these projects as possible. So that's part of the motivation of the agent program. It's like, okay, how can we take our database that we've collected? We've spent, you know, the last 5+ years like researching, documenting, indexing, and putting all in a drive, and the guide as well, all of the resources and tools that we found along the way, the common mistakes. So the mastermind will be a month-long immersive time spent with some of the movement's greatest village founders, to learn how do we kind of make this transition from village to regenerative neighborhood, and also how do we integrate all of this existing knowledge of what to avoid and how to do it best, from people who have had, you know, communities that have been successful for decades, whether they're emerging or, you know, whether they're established. So really excited for it. It's going to be in Tulum in April. It's a month-long course, and there's some scholarship opportunities as well for people who, one, are in the agent program or want to attend as agents and are willing to, you know, work really closely with the Regen Tribe Collective to receive that kind of training and then go off and consult. Because honestly, what I say is too many projects are approaching us like, can you help us? Can you consult us? Can you do this? And we're like a team of 4 people, honestly speaking, and we want to grow. So like, this is kind of part of the collective, is that you, as a agent, you get to benefit from the brand and the collective umbrella and all of our resources and all of our, like, all the work that we've done, to be able to then like kind of freelance and consult other projects through the collective. So it's just one way to do this in a distributed model that allows us to achieve our goal of building more regenerative neighborhoods without having to be like the gatekeepers and the bottleneck of it. So super excited for both the agent program and for the mastermind. I'm hoping to see some of you on site. That's a happy face. Eddie's happy. I'm happy. He's so cute. So that as well, like, maybe kind of when we wrap up the call, we can share with you our timeline for 2024, since it's the end of the year. And, you know, it's going to kick off really awesome, I feel, with the agent program and just being able to share that and start to transfer knowledge in a way that empowers others to do what we do. So, yay. Room check. Temperature check.
Yeah, that was good. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, it's going to be exciting, right? And as agents, if you can come to this experience, you'll get like time with vision holders, and you'll get like in real life experience that Vivi's getting right now as she's traveling around the world, that Eddie's gonna get as he meets projects through his journey. So as it'll be really immersive and nice. It's kind of how we started out, right? Meeting people one at a time and starting to log our journey effectively.
Yeah, I think it's also going to be a really special time for us as a team, and as Nicole mentioned, like working closer with the collective. Mexico is really the project's home base. This is where it all started. We have a couple of really cool projects in the area that we've been working with from the beginning, and also the mastermind itself will be hosted in one of the regions that we're working with. What kind of animal is that? Oh, hi.
Is it an animal? I want to see it. If it's an animal, I want to see it.
Oh my god. The dogs were starting to chew on my hard drive.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. They love it. They love regenerative neighborhoods.
They love data.
So yeah, it's a really special time, and really excited to meet you guys in person, right? Like these calls are a transition point for us between communicating digitally in the Telegram chat or the Tribes platform, and it's a little bit closer. And the next step is just being in a community together. That's the whole point.
Right. We're building up to it, you guys. We're building up to it. Iterations and little cycles to success. More calls, more in-life events. After the April course in Tulum, May, June, and July, we will be in San Diego at a friend's regenerative neighborhood there, supporting him in establishing his community culture and bringing in some longer-term community members who really want to hold the space there. This can be a big opportunity for lots of people looking for a project to get more attached to and more aligned with. Oh, he's cute. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of another one of the exciting things on our timeline. Yeah, guys, we'd love to hear from you guys. Let's get goodbyes going and like checkouts, any feedback, anything that you would like to hear more of or less of.
I just actually want to share the quick timeline. So in summary, January, the agent program and the Vitalia co-live. I'll be in Mexico. March is Regen Week. It's like a week-long regenerative decentralized event, Bonanza. We'll be there also in Tulum. It's going to be incredible if you can make it. Then the mastermind in April. May, June, we'll be in San Diego. And then there's some fun gaps, but we'll be in Europe. And then we'll be in Portugal for Gathering of Tribes. So if you want to participate in any of that, we'll keep you guys up to date. Maybe we can cross paths again for those of us who have already crossed paths or meet for the first time for people who are only virtual connections.
Yeah, cool recap. Let's post the timeline on our Regen Tribe group on the Tribes platform so more people can access. And yeah, the intention is for any of you, if you're around or you want to make plans to stop by any place that we're in, please feel free. We're working on the idea of having a community that is more nomadic, as we're more nomadic until we ground somewhere and in a more permanent place. So yeah, all of you invited to hop in on the Regen Tribe collective train and participate in all the events that we're going to be taking part in.
Any last words? Do we want to do goodbye? It's like the ending screenshot is so great where everybody's happy.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, thank God you remembered.
Can you?
Yeah. Hey, this is group picture, family photo.
Family photo. Okay, I'm coming. Here we go. Is everybody in? Is that everybody? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's us.
Okay. Here we go, you guys. Hold on, I'm cropping the thing. Okay, ready? 1, 2, smile. Perfect. Nice, you guys. Thank you.
Beautiful. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for joining. Really happy to meet all of you. And I think Raina left the call. But really nice seeing you here for the first time. Thank you for making a profile on the Tribes platform. Anything else that you would like support in, something that you want to share or get more clarity on, please feel free to just share your questions on the platform. We're gonna respond to you and connect a little bit more. Okay, you guys. Excellent call. Thank you so much for joining.
Happy Thursday. Big hug. Bye.
Bye. See you.
I'm here. I'm still here.
I think Jem still wants to talk with us.
Jem, nice to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, you have the hold on. My volume's off. Okay, it's on. What's up?
Wait. Stop recording.
Yes.